Hello everybody and welcome to part number 3 of restoring the Kubota B2100 tractor. So there's not actually going to be any work done to the tractor in this episode. This episode is all about the parts which I've just received for restoring the tractor. The order was only placed yesterday morning and they're already all here. Fantastic service from the dealer, George Brown's, and also from Kubota themselves. Just incredible all-round service. So yes, as you will have probably guessed by now, all 3 boxes are packed full of parts, and this video is going to be about taking a look at them in close detail. So here we go. The big box on top is for all of these smaller parts, and I believe, judging by the part number which is stamped on the side of the box here, that the 2 lower boxes are for the fenders. There should be a fender in each box, which means that I'm guessing that most of them are in the top box. The top box is very heavy, so yeah, here goes. Okay then, so let's start from the top. This is the first thing. This is called a pipe cooler, and basically this is for the hydrostatic drive. I did actually point out this in one of the videos, I think it was part 2, because it was very corroded and I was kind of worried that it would rot through, and it probably has done actually. Basically, the oil from the hydrostatic drive goes through here. It sits just in front of the radiator in the bonnet, and it will help to cool the whole system down. Without this, it would be, well, the system could overheat, and it probably would overheat. And obviously, if the first one, the original one, rotted through, then there would be oil gushing everywhere. So yeah, it's a bit of a necessity really, this one. It wasn't a part I was initially going to replace. I thought I might be able to get away with it, but then I looked at all the connections and it was absolutely terrible. So it just had to be done. So that's another expense, but very nice having a new part. Very nice. So I'll put that out of the way. Sorry if the audio is a bit one-sided. I'm sort of stood to the right-hand side of my camera. Okay, so this one, this is called the pedal assembly. Right, so you're probably thinking, so what are you getting at here? What's so significant about this? It is the rocker pedal, forward and reverse. That's forward, this is reverse just here. There isn't really much of a significance except for the price, which I won't mention, but it was quite a bit, and it just had to be done really, because the original one, it was missing this tab here, just there, and you'll probably think, oh okay, just weld a new one on. Well, it was totally rotten. The whole pedal was just rot. It wouldn't return, so you'd put your foot down to accelerate and it would stay down, so you'd have to sort of stamp on reverse and then it would skid to a standstill, and really just not safe at all. The good thing about this is it comes with the bush already in there. I think it said it did. Yep, I think it's in there. You have to put a grease point in here. Oh sorry, let's just show you on the camera. That would help. Grease point goes in there. We should be able to get a universal one for that, hopefully. And yeah, really, it's just the whole new pedal assembly. It is quite hard to keep it in shot. We'll put it over here. It's an obscure thing. Okay, so next we've got, this is for the cab. This is a mirror. This is the, which one is this? Not sure. It's either the left or the right mirror, obviously, for the cab. It did have one bracket for a mirror. I think I'm going to have to open this. Let's just get into it. This is the issue. I don't like opening parts before I need them. But if I only open up one of each thing, then they shouldn't get too mixed up. Okay, so there we go. There's the mirror. You can see it's pretty good. It was obviously seriously lacking these things in the first place, so I had to get them. I've got both of them in here, the left one and the right one, so that should go down very well. It'll definitely add to the looks of the tractor as well, but these things are all sort of last minute things. They don't really need to go on the tractor yet. The base of the work is at the base of the tractor, around the transmission, because it's so rotten that the whole thing needs to be stripped down. The cab needs to be removed, everything needs to be wire brushed and then repainted, or primed, treated and repainted. And yeah, these things really, when you think about it, you just do them in the last day or two of restoration. So yeah, there's 2 of those. There's the other one. Take that out and put it over here. Next we've got, the next thing for the cab is the wiper blade, your windscreen wiper. Again, one of the last things we'll be doing though. No need to do that yet. Right, this is nice. A new decal for the bonnet. This is the, I think it's the right hand side. Let's just check. Yes, the right hand bonnet decal. Next we've got another decal, bi-speed turn. This goes on the bonnet as well. Everything will be repainted, so all the old decals will have to be removed. There's the part number. All genuine as well. Nice to have genuine parts. Actually, I doubt you'll be able to get unofficial parts really, like this. Okay, this is another decal. This is the, I think it's the starting procedure. It says start caution. Yeah, that kind of thing. Again for the bonnet, or the hood. If you're in America watching, you're probably thinking, why are you calling it a bonnet? Yeah, hood. We've got 4 sets of lights. These are for the cab as well. This is for the rear. That's a rear lamp, it says. Comes with the terminals already on there and some heat shrink. I should be able to put onto there. There's the second one. And another decal. This is the power steering decal. And this goes on the opposite side to the bi-speed turn decal. But yeah, they all have to be bought again because you can try and preserve them, but it's just not worth it. They're not very expensive, so it's just easier and it looks neater to get new ones. Right, so this is a hose. Not a very big hose. It's a rubber hose, and it's for the pipe cooler I showed you at the beginning for the hydrostatic drive. It does require 2, but one of them isn't too bad, so I've only got 1. Very expensive, so I could only really get 1. Next we have got an O-ring. This is to replace an O-ring which somebody, I don't know who, but somebody had replaced the hydrostatic lines underneath the tractor. They did an okay job at fitting the lines, but as for the O-rings, terrible. It's leaking everywhere, so got to change all those. For the sake of just 80p, it's not really too bad. Next we've got 2 washers, just basically to you probably 2 random washers because it's for the cab mounting. It doesn't really mean too much, so move away quickly from those. Next we've got a bag of all sorts. We've got everything in here. Not literally everything, it's not like a magic bag, but it's got plenty of stuff in here. So we've got a spring. This is for the front of the bonnet. If you remember me showing you, there was basically the grill in front of the battery. It was only being held on one side because it was missing the spring. So that's a replacement spring. Oh, there goes everything. It's all falling off the table. This table isn't really big enough. Oh, my O-ring. Yeah, we'll get it in a minute. Next we've got the, oh, you can't really see, but it says close open for the 3-point linkage. I think it's like the draft speed kind of thing. There's part number. The current, what's it calling it? Well, the current one, I think it's called a grip actually. The current grip is broken because, as usual, it's all seized up because it's so rusty. So I had to get a new one, so I'll have to unseize it first. 2 seals, these are for the differential, the rear differential. I only actually needed to get 1 desperately, but I thought let's get 2 because the other side might not be too good either. If we're going to do a job, we might as well do it properly. So yeah, that's for, it was the left side mainly. The left side was the worst, and it's like gushing out, but I don't know. The right side might be bad too, so yeah, get 2, do the job properly. Okay, so next we've got the 2 rubber pads which go on the hydrostatic pedal, forward and reverse. You can't really see the top of them, but yeah, they've got like grippy parts on them. Just makes it look better really. They were missing. We've then got a warning decal. I believe it's for the PTO. So just keeps the tractor safe really. And finally, oh no, not finally, we've got what is called the stay, and this goes on the back of the tractor, sort of holds the fenders together, because we've got 2 new fenders because they're all rotten. This is also rotten. So yeah, this is one of the parts that you really do see. It's a part which is shown off quite well. So it has to look good, and the original one is terrible, so yeah, it had to be replaced, but that is the stay for the fenders. Running out of space to put these parts. We've then got another lamp, it's there, and another lamp, and I think that is everything in this box. We then have the 2 fenders, and there are other parts to follow, so this isn't everything at all. It's just I thought I'd show you like a first look video, all the parts, so I probably won't show you the rest because the rest of the parts are pretty boring, but yeah, this is most of them. And here is the stay out of the bag. So nice. Fresh paint, even with a top link holder built into it. There's nothing like new parts, it's incredible. Although they come at a price, it's definitely worth it because it just adds so much to the machine, and the feeling of knowing that you're going to fit this brand new part on, you can't really beat it. It's a great feeling. So yeah, it costs a bit more money, but as far as I can see, it's worth it. Okay, so I've just laid out every part on the table and you can see how much there is here. It's crazy, but every part is required. And the most expensive ones, amazingly, were the ones which you wouldn't even think of being the most expensive. Like this pedal here, I think that was 300 and something pounds, and the cooler, well, I suppose the cooler, yeah, you'd expect that to be quite expensive. And obviously the fenders, which are down here, they were the most, but yeah, well worth it. Look at this, brand new. The only bad thing is you don't see them on this tractor because it's got the cab, so the cab totally covers it over. But yeah, still, on the tractor at the moment, the ones which are fitted, they are 100% rotten. It was this part here which I actually pulled a chunk out of, and these are very solid. Now up here, that is where the cab mounts onto it, and oh, oops. I think it's pressed steel, so it's designed sort of to allow water to run off it, whereas if you have lots of parts bolted together, then they rot easier. But I suppose when you cover a tractor in salt, then that's why it's rotted. But yeah, this is so nice. Just look at the finish on here. Absolutely fantastic. There's two of these. These alone, I think they were, I don't have the exact prices, but I think they were roughly £500 each. So yeah, although expensive, well worth it. And I'm looking forward to fitting it. The one thing I'm not looking forward to is removing the cab, because that will be a tough job. And here is the other fender, just in here, very, very similar. Obviously one's left hand and one is right hand, but they look pretty much exactly the same. And again, yep, don't think there's any imperfections on it. It's all been very well done. Quality control is there. But like I say, you don't even see it, so it wouldn't even matter. If you were buying the tractor without the cab, this would be the visible side, just here. And yeah, you'd have the HST sticker, the decal running down the side, but that just isn't required for this one, as it's all covered over. But it's all to do with the structure as well. I think they will affect the structural integrity of the tractor if you don't have them in good condition. Well, to be honest, I'm amazed the cab is even holding on with the amount of rot that's on it. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, all good news, all very good. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and I will return in a few weeks with part number 4, which will be the very first part of starting work on the tractor. I know it's taken a while. We're not even starting work until part 4. Oh well, it's just the speed I work at. Terrible. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed looking at all the different parts which are going to be fitted. I'm certainly very happy, very pleased. Everything couldn't have gone better, really. It's just fantastic all round. And the worst job is yet to come, because it's going to be taking the cab off. But there we go. See you again soon. Bye for now.